And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream here on the channel. I'm joined by Cam. How you doing, Cam?
Good. I'm sick a little bit. I have a head cold, so when I sound stuffy, don't worry about it.
All is well. A little under the weather, but never stop nobody. We're here. It's Saturday night. We're going to do a quick little live Q&A hangout. Go for an hour or so. See how the vibes are. But how's everybody doing? Let us know in the chat. Fire off your questions. We'll get to as many as we can. That's how we do it here. And yeah, hit that like button again. Hit that like button if you guys are in here. It means a lot. And super chat is the way to go to guarantee we get to your question, comment, concern. And again, let us know if we sound all right. If you guys can hear us, let us know if we're even live. Who knows? You never know. So we're going to dive right into these questions without further ado and get on down to business. So I see there's already about 26 people in here. Cam, Justin?
We can hear you.
Cool. 26 people in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. And let's do this thing. It's officially been a year since Stranger Things 4. That is true. It's crazy that 1 year ago today, we were sitting in these exact spots going live, recapping the season, doing a little spoiler breakdown. Remember that?
Were we?
What a time to be alive.
That's when I first met Eddie Munson.
Very true. Ryan, what's going on? Saying top 9 eps of Stranger Things 4 go. So rank them.
All of them. Mm-hmm.
Massacre at Hawkins Lab. The top 3 in no order is Massacre at Hawkins Lab, Dear Billy, and The Piggyback.
Yeah.
Then honestly, the Hellfire Club, the opening ep, is really high up there. After that is when it gets a little. I like The Dive a lot. Mm-hmm. Nina Project's fine. I don't know. That's like kind of the gist of it, if I had to say the gist of it.
They all kind of blend together.
Yeah, fair. My nose itches.
Oh my God, I got you sick.
You did it. All right, let's see. Where are some questions? Let's get into some questions here. Let's see. If you find any as well, Cam, point to and we'll get it. Who are you most looking forward to meeting at Fan Expo Dallas?
Oh, it's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's between Joseph Quinn and Charlie Cox for me. I'm leaning more towards Joseph Quinn just because he's, I think, obviously a more recent obsession, just like obviously within the past year. But I've been into Charlie Cox since before No Way Home.
That is correct.
So I'm excited to meet him.
I would say, oh man, that's tough. I'm excited to meet Joseph Quinn as well. I feel like I'm allowed to say that. I know that I won't be having as. Actually, I am going to get him to sign something. We're going to do 2. Mm-hmm. We're going to do 2. So I will get to meet him as well. That's just cool. Excuse me. It'll be a big Stranger Things character. Haven't met one yet. Stranger Things is our favorite show of all time. So it's going to be cool to meet somebody. I'm excited to meet Paul Walter Hauser. I feel like he's going to be a really down-to-earth dude.
You excited to meet John Bernthal?
Yeah, I am. I'm also just like, I've gone to cons.
Scared.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it until it happens, you know? But very excited to possibly meet John Bernthal. I hope I get to, but we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to go down at one of these cons. So just got to go in a little cautiously optimistic, expect whatever. So this is a great question. Keep, watch, burn 1 year ago stuff. Top Gun Maverick, Stranger Things, and Obi-Wan.
Keep Stranger Things, watch Top Gun Maverick, burn Obi-Wan.
Fire. You hit the nail on the head with that one. This week's episode of Ted Lasso is good. Do you think it is setting up a series finale? I haven't watched it yet. I'm a little behind, but the series finale potentially is on Wednesday, so I'll catch up by then.
He's a little behind, and I'm more behind.
Mm-hmm. There you have it. Gavin, thank you, Gavin. What's going on? Who do you think wins in a fight? Soldier Boy versus Captain America. Also, Homelander versus Omni-Man. Congrats on side of FK. Well, thank you, man. I'm going to say Soldier Boy whoops that ass. And Omni-Man whoops that ass. I think Omni-Man beats Homelander.
Is Omni-Man?
Really?
I'm blanking.
J.K. Simmons' character, the dad in Invincible.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Who would win, Soldier Boy or the Winter Soldier?
Soldier Boy. Tell him. Soldier
Boy.
Yeah. I love Soldier Boy is OP. He's OP.
But the Winter Soldier in the boys' universe. So like what he's capable of doing is actually written and shown on screen. Unlike Marvel, who definitely holds him back.
Soldier Boy.
I think you're wrong.
Soldier Boy dominates. Bucky dominates Cap too, so don't feel bad about it. All right, let's see. Just rewatched the Barbie trailer, and it looks better than I thought. My apologies for misjudging. What?
Back to our previous conversation.
Oh, Christ.
Go ahead. What do you mean he beats Captain America too, so don't feel bad about it? Bucky beats Captain America 24/7 all day, every day.
It's an interesting discussion, you know?
He's just smarter than Steve, and he has more like fighting strategies than Steve.
Yeah.
He was trained in espionage for 70 years. Steve just throws punches and hopes for the best.
Yeah.
Steve was never actually trained in the army. He was a showman, and then all of a sudden he went and saved people because he was strong.
Yeah, fair.
Steve's actually never had any real training. Fun fact.
Fair enough.
Continue.
Just rewatched the Barbie trailer, and this looks better than I thought. My apologies for misjudging the film too early.
Barbie's gonna be fire.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be
the best movie.
A top 10 movie of the year, possibly. There you have it.
Best movie of that weekend for sure.
Got a super chat from my boy. All love to you as well. Appreciate you hopping in here, man. Much love your way. Hope you're having a blast at Disney.
Hi, Trevor.
And it's crazy that 1 week ago already, in the blink of an eye, this man got married and I was out there and it was so much fun. And now we're back to we've gone our separate ways, to quote Stranger Things. So crazy. I hope you're having mad fun. All love your way, dude. Appreciate the super chat.
Love you, Trevor.
What's good to view with Drew? How you doing? Let's see.
I'm sick. Wait, can I do my Chris impression?
Do it.
I see there's 44 people in here. That's amazing, guys. Welcome in. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you're having fun. Make sure you like the video. It really, really helps my channel. Really appreciate it. Helps out with the algorithm. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And let's get back into it.
Rate that out on a scale of 1 to 10. Everyone in the chat.
That was good. I got the hand movements and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
The energetic voice. All of it.
What's a movie coming out this year that everyone is looking forward to that you aren't looking forward to? I got one.
Can you list off some movies coming out this year for me, please?
Yeah, I'll show you my IMDb watch list. And while you do... Not to say that I'm not looking forward to it, because I'm going to watch the film. And I appreciate the addition of Florence Pugh and Austin Butler, but I don't think... Look, scroll there. There's the movies that I have on my watch list.
Okay.
I don't think Dune 2... I think it's going to be better than the first, but I'm not as over the moon as excited as a lot of people are. So that's mine.
I got
Dune Part 2. I'm a hater, I guess.
You are a hater.
It's okay.
The Flash.
Okay, there you have it. Nothing really to add, right? Just Flash.
Hot take, I guess, but I just, I'm not the biggest DC person.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only DC project that I've enjoyed in the past any years of my existence ever has been just any Batman related project.
Okay.
If it's not that, I don't really think I've enjoyed it that much.
The Suicide Squad's pretty good.
The Suicide Squad's good. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
But it's like, as far as you in between.
Shazam is good, but I didn't watch Shazam when it came out.
Yeah.
I watched Shazam just before Shazam 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're like fun and stuff, but I'm not the biggest DC girly. Maybe that'll change when they reboot. Who knows?
Hey, I have full faith in James Gunn, but I told my friends, as talked recently to multiple friends about this actually, I think Gunn's got it in terms of making quality product, but I don't know if the people will show up and pay money to watch it just because of the track record. He's coming into a pretty crappy DC track record. Like, that's why I think The Flash is going to do pretty poorly at the box office.
I also just have no interest in watching Ezra Miller on screen for 2.5 hours.
Valid. I'm there for Michael Keaton, baby. Ryan says 2 live streams in a week. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Which is why I'll read the rest of it, by the way. The rest of the statement is, which is one of the reasons why Chris is a GOAT.
Thank you.
Which is so true. I'll brag on him for a second, even because he doesn't like bragging on himself. Chris grinds out so much content every day. I'm exhausted for him. I don't know how he does it. He's like, I gotta make 3 TikTok videos. I gotta make a YouTube video, and maybe do live stream. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Everyone I talk to about it is like, it's crazy how Chris manages to put out a YouTube video basically every day.
Well, thank you.
Wild.
Thank you. I love doing it. I hate talking about myself.
I know you do.
Who would you want to see direct Thor 5?
Nobody.
Anybody but Taika. Anybody but Taika.
Nobody, because Thor 5 doesn't need to exist.
Honestly, yeah. I would say bring back Kenneth Branagh, if anybody, but hopefully they never actually make the movie.
The guy that did the first 2?
Yeah, he did the first. The second was, I think it was it Louis Leterrier who did, no, that was Incredible Hulk. It was Alan Richardson, possibly, who directed some episodes of Game of Thrones. I don't know. Alan Richardson's the guy who plays Jack Reacher. It's Alan something, and it's going to mess me up until I get that name. Little Money says, how you feeling about the Indiana Jones reviews? I talked about this in a recent live stream, the most recent one I did. They don't affect me at all, actually. Like, not remotely. I'm still just as excited as I was, arguably more excited now. The review I saw discussing film, and I honestly, discussing films legends at getting out notifications, but their actual takes I usually disagree with. The people who run it, and they can keep having their opinions. I don't care.
What was their opinion on the movie?
Well, here's what they said. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't speak to it, but they said let me actually pull it up. I don't want to misquote here. I'm going to pull up exactly what they said. Here we go. So I got a notification from Discussing Films, and it said, let me go to my Twitter. Sorry, one sec. We're almost there. They said, Indiana Jones. Sorry, where the hell is it? Here we go. The high stakes of one last adventure never seem to reach full potential in Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. My response to that is this. That's just essentially saying Indiana Jones doesn't die. And hear me out. It's there. So that, yes, it is one last adventure. So you could assume they're going to die. So the high stakes of one last adventure never seem to reach full potential. What else could that mean except Indy doesn't die? How could the stakes not reach full potential? Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but like, I don't know. That's just such a weird thing to have as like your highlight grab you review of Indiana Jones. Okay. The world's not going to end in an Indiana Jones movie. Is that what you want? You know, it's irritating, but anyway, I have full faith and I think I'll enjoy the movie, but there you have it. Yeah, Carson, I hope you enjoy Little Mermaid. Me and Cam both thoroughly enjoyed that one. Thoroughly. Rylan in the house. What's good, Rylan? My question is, what is Christopher Nolan's most underrated film? I'm going through them all, so I thought I'd ask. It's so easily The Prestige. It's not even funny to me. In terms of like the film community, people usually agree the movie's great, but like the masses just don't talk about The Prestige. It is an all-timer. It's arguably his best movie.
Never seen it.
So The Prestige. You would not see it coming. That's my guess. That's all I'm saying. No one say anything.
You always say that.
You wouldn't though. Promise.
You always say that, and the only time you've been right is Scream, and that's because you got in my head and I was drunk.
Okay.
Watch the replay.
Okay.
I was drinking. What was I drinking? Strawberry daiquiris.
Yeah.
Made in my little tiny apartment.
But you didn't get it. I got in your head.
You did get in my head, and it made me angry.
Yeah. So yes, The Prestige is the most underrated movie for me, without question. Cam, I don't think you've probably seen any of his underrated ones.
I've probably only seen his.
Honestly, Tenet. People like dismissed that movie so quickly. Tenet is a top 5 Nolan movie. So there you have it. I have not seen Queen's Gambit. I've heard good things though, Ethan. That's Anya Taylor-Joy. Need to watch that at some point. Dairy Soup Productions. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Let's see. Across the Spider-Verse next Friday. Yeah, we're seeing it Tuesday. We got an early press screening.
So excited.
I am very excited. We're rewatching all the Spidey movies right now. We watched Into the Spider-Verse. The Raimi trilogy, we have like 30 minutes left in the third Spider-Man.
Someone in chat asked me something about Spider-Gwen, and I'll answer it.
Yeah.
I'm a Spider-Gwen encyclopedia.
Thank you for the kind words, David. I appreciate that. Main Gamer says, who are you meeting at Expo Dallas? I'm meeting... I didn't realize you were going to be there. Very cool. Come say hello if you see us.
Yeah, if you guys are at Expo Dallas, I said this in the last live, and I'll say it again. I just feel like the need to reiterate this. Please don't be afraid to say hi to us. I do have a resting bitch face. I'm going to be very serious with you. Like, my natural resting face. Sometimes I'll just be sitting, and Chris will be like, what's wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing's wrong. I'm just sitting. Literally just not. There's literally nothing happening behind my eyes, and it looks like I'm mad. I'm not. I'm a really nice person, I promise. Don't be afraid by my face.
We're meeting Paul Walter Hauser, Grace Van Dyne.
I'm so excited to meet Grace Van Dyne.
Charlie Cox. John Bernthal. Joseph Quinn. And that's it. I don't think we're going to have time to meet Rainn Wilson.
If we can, we'll meet Dwight from The Office.
Rainn Wilson. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. We have some things that could interfere on Saturday. We'll see.
You do.
Yeah.
Not me.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you for that question. Which is worse for you, Chris? Fantastic Four 2015 or Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, because I've never even finished Fantastic. And I need to say this for you 54 people in here, because I know you guys, if you're in this stream, you probably watch most of my content. I made a video talking about actors who've played multiple superheroes. Michael B. Jordan, it was a superhero and a supervillain. So Michael B. Jordan was Killmonger, supervillain, and he was Human Torch in that movie. Okay. And I called it Fantastic because that's the joke. That's literally the joke. I know it's not called Fantastic. And I've gotten multiple comments, people going, Fantastic? Are you stupid? That's not the name of the movie. It's Fantastic Four. It's just funny because they just missed it. People just can't. It's funny. People just don't understand things. But anyway, Rylan says, what do you think about The Dark Knight Rises? Love it. Love that movie. The pit scene when he climbs out and they're doing the chant, that scene, if you're having a bad day and you need some pick-me-up, watch that scene.
Is that those random images you make sometimes?
Yep. Yes. Literally, that's exactly what it is. Love that movie. Let's see. Let's go. District says, was watching Cobra Kai and Terry Silver is such an underrated villain. His acting is amazing and his delivery is great. 100%.
I wish that actor went to cons.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to meet Thomas Ian Griffith. Alrighty, let's see. 50 people in the house, by the way. Hit that like button, guys. It means a lot. Trevor says y'all are crystal clear. We're using Cam's camera. See what I did there? Cam's camera. It looks real nice. I'm going to start streaming with my camera more, hopefully. Thomas
it's
says...
almost like I have a good streaming setup and I should be streaming on Twitch, but I suck. I think I'll pick up streaming on Twitch again when we come back from Dallas.
Go for it. I support. When are y'all going to watch National Treasure Edge of History? I would only watch it with the pretty much it tracks at this point, so I could watch it whenever I want. But I heard it was bad. But I think, Thomas, I know you've said in comments before it's actually good. So I'll go in with an open mind. I love the first two films. I have to know it's not going to have the magic of those, and then I think I can get on board with it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Top 5 actors from Robert. I'll do working today. That makes it a little easier. I'll go Brad Pitt and Leo. That's an easy 1-2 punch. I will do... Are we talking actors and actresses or just actors?
Actors. Make it easier.
So that's 2. I will throw a bone to... man, that's tough. Honestly, Andrew Garfield would be up there for sure.
Yeah.
That's 3. I'll go McConaughey 4, even though he doesn't do as much as I wish he would. And then I will go... I know who you want me to say so bad, by the way. Sebastian Stan, honestly, probably up there. I'll say him.
He's about to have a damn good year.
Uh-huh.
He's about to have like 6
movies
coming.
There's a lot of guys, though, that I'm forgetting. Pedro Pascal would be up there. There's a lot.
Wait, I want to answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sebastian Stan.
Okay.
I have one that you didn't say, and you're going to kick yourself for it. Robert Pattinson. Embarrassing. You're just kidding. Charlie Cox.
Okay. Joseph Quinn.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's a great one. Great pick.
You know what made me think of that? My Hades Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Bill Hader is
Barry series finale tomorrow night.
Bill Hader is my fan cast for a live action Hades, by the way. I think he's the only person that could deliver his lines in a good manner. And then Andrew Garfield.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Rylan with another question. What do you think of Ted Lasso season 3? I think it's recovering, but it truly got shockingly bad and unfocused in the middle. I actually would agree that it felt really unfocused. That's a great word to use, Rylan, because it's like we're taking a step away from the core group of characters being together and having the magical chemistry that makes Ted Lasso great. And they're all on their own little side quest almost.
The last episode I saw was when they were all in Amsterdam. I haven't watched
No, you did watch the 7th episode that ended with Samuel Basani's restaurant getting tarnished, and then the team came to fix it. That was episode 7. So the last one you watched was 7. So you have to watch 8, 9, 10, 11. I have to watch 10 and 11. So you're 4 behind, I'm 2 behind.
That's the bench from The Fault in Our Stars.
Jamie and Roy's Supremacy, by the way. And I heard episode 11, by the way, was fantastic. So we'll have to get on that. Maybe binge them tomorrow in the midst of our Spider-Man thing we got going. But yeah, that's what I think. I think it's the weakest season from what I've seen, but it could fully recover. By the way, 62 people in here. If you guys are in here, hit that like button. Helps out a lot, more than you know. And super chat's the way to go to guarantee we get to your question. Dylan with a super chat. Thoughts on the final rumor of the Fantastic Forecast?
I have a really hot take.
0 for 4 is mine.
I have a really hot take. I don't think Adam Driver can act.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen, what's that movie with him and Scarlett Johansson?
Marriage Story.
Is he good in that?
Yeah.
How good, though?
Oscar nominated.
Okay.
I'm proud.
Doesn't really mean much. But here's the thing. I've seen clips from the movie. Not good. I've seen him in the sequels. Not good.
I can't defend you for anyone who's going to come at you.
Seen him in 65. Not good. What else is he in? Do we have anything else? I
just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos.
I just think
the greatest
he might be a decent actor and he might be good, but I just think he's far more memeable than he is good, and it doesn't average out enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many memes of him in his acting. More.
He's an incredible actor.
I can show you the ways of the Force. Hitting a wall, like I just think he's more memeable than he is a good actor, and I don't want him to be Mr. Fantastic. Like you need someone who's not going to be just memed the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he's gonna be good in that role.
Can I speak about it too?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
No, I wasn't saying you were taking that, but I just wanted to say something. So I think Adam Driver's a really great actor, one of the best of our time.
One of the best of our time?
Yeah.
One of the best of our time?
Yeah.
We were just asked 5 seconds ago to name your top 5 favorite actors. Did Adam Driver come into your head once?
No.
Then he's not one of the best actors of our time.
But
he didn't come into either of our heads.
There's a difference between best and favorite. I do not like Marriage Story. He is fantastic in the movie. He's fantastic in House of Gucci. The movie's terrible, though. He's even decent in 65. The movie just sucks, and he can't help the script stinks. He's a great actor. A great actor. He's even really good as Kylo, Cam. You can't even deny he's probably the best part of those movies.
I just think he's goofy when he acts. I don't know what it is. I can't. There are certain actors where anytime they're in a role, when you look at them, you're never going to see the character they're playing. Yeah. You're always going to see the actor.
Yeah.
An opposite example of that, I think, is Christian Bale.
Okay.
I think he could be in any movie ever, and the odds of me recognizing him are slim to none. Like, I'm never going to know if that's Christian Bale until you tell me.
That's fair. To the point of this question, though.
Anytime I see Adam Driver in a film,
yeah,
I just am looking at Adam Driver.
Now, to the point of this question, and the reason I wanted to say that dramatic thing first, I guess, I don't like him remotely as Mr. Fantastic. I don't like Margot Robbie remotely as Sue Storm, and she's literally probably my favorite working actress today.
She is.
I don't remotely like Paul Mescal as Human Torch. I don't remotely like W. Diggs as the Thing. None of those hit the mark for me. And it's really it's not that hard. Like, honestly, I hate to say listen to the fans, but how many times the fans have thrown around 5 to 7 names that would do better than anyone that is on this list if this list actually ends up being the cast.
Justice for Penn.
Why? And no one in this chat, not you, no one I know in the world can defend this to me. Why on God's green earth would you bring in a new actor of the caliber of John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, have him for 5 minutes, kill him off, to not have him be Mr. Fantastic? Variants, it's been proven in the MCU, variants can have the same face and be the same different people from different universes. That's literally shown through Stephen Strange. He's got variants in different universes. So why bring him in for this cameo just because fans have wanted it to not have him be there? There's no one, not me, not you, no one can judge his performance on 5 minutes. He was probably not even in the room. He was probably not even in the room with anybody there.
It's possible.
That's possible. Penn Badgley,
Justice for him.
Jamie Dornan. The list goes on and on. There are guys who look the part. Adam Driver.
He's good.
I'm not saying he's ugly. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying I don't envision him. I envision the meme, like you're saying, more than the actual character.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I see what you're saying to that point, but I don't think he's a bad actor.
And that's a very unfortunate thing for Adam Driver because he could and probably is, sure, an amazing actor, whatever. Yeah. But he's so memeable at this point. Any work he's ever been in, all I see from it is memes.
Yeah, fair. Hot take, Kylo Ren's my favorite Star Wars character. Don't hate on my boy Adam. No hating.
I'm not hating on Adam. I just am steadfast in my opinion.
He's funny too. That's what I like as an actual dude. He even acknowledges that the Star Wars sequels are kind of BS. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And thank you for the super chat, Last Resident. Kylo is a favorite Star Wars character. That's a hot take.
I like your profile picture.
That's a hot take. Another super chat here from Dylan. Driver for Doom. I like that a lot more. Rudy Pankow for Johnny. 100%. They need to go younger. And frankly,
it needs to have a boyish charm.
Yeah, I haven't seen After Sun. Is that the movie with Paul Mescal? I've heard he's incredible. Got Oscar nominated.
I know a lot of girls have
But did that movie exude I'm a sarcastic kind of asshole hotshot? I thought he was a really cool.
Maybe he can be.
I thought he was maybe he can be, but
see, that's a good
it's
thing.
Just interesting.
A good thing about him is that, he doesn't have a lot in his under his belt.
Yeah.
So I can't say, I don't think Paul fits the role of Johnny Storm because I don't know. I haven't seen him trying to act in a cocky young man type of role, so I have no idea what he can and can't do. But I've
100% fair.
Seen Adam Driver act.
That's fair.
many a times.
Galaxy Geeks, what's good? How you doing? Which Guardians movie do you think has the best soundtrack? 3. Kind of a hot take, apparently, but Guardians 3. It's the one I have with songs that I would listen to in my daily life. Agree with Cam on Captain America from Carrie. There you have it.
I think anybody who I have this conversation with a lot of people all the time. If the Winter Soldier would win against Captain America, and then I also have the conversation of who do you think would win, Natasha or Steve Rogers?
Oh yeah.
And then who would win, the Winter Soldier or Natasha? I think Bucky versus Natasha is a harder fight to pick who would win versus Bucky and Steve. I think Bucky bodies the crap out of Steve any day of the week, but Natasha could outsmart Bucky.
Yeah.
It depends on the day for them.
Jacob in the house, what's good, man? How you doing? Welcome in, as always. Alex Lopez, what's good? Death predictions for multiverse, or I don't know how to multiverse, for Spider-Verse 2. Mine are either Jefferson Davis or Peter B. Parker. A lot of people have said they think Miles' father is going to die.
I've seen that.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's because it's in the trailer.
His death's in the trailer?
Well, no.
I'm just messing with you.
When Spider-Man, what is it, 2099, is talking to him, or someone's talking to him, I don't remember exactly who. He's like,
"Yep,
as Spider-Man, you have to choose between saving one person and saving everybody else." And when that is said, there's a shot of his dad looking like he's falling, and then Miles doing something else, saving people. I don't know.
If we've learned one thing, ladies and gentlemen, trailers love to play tricks on us.
That is true. Unless it's the No Way Home trailer when they're.
If I had to say, I could see Peter B. Parker dying over anyone.
They just gave him a kid. No way.
Here's what I'll say. Ready?
Here's
what I'll say. I want this on the record. A lot of people are going to die in this movie, Infinity War style, and then in the next movie, they're going to have to kind of go through the multiverse and bring him back somehow.
All I'm saying is that if they touch Gwen, I'm gonna have words.
Dylan Miller with another super chat. Thank you, Dylan. In my opinion, Ross Lynch would do better as Johnny. Has Ross Lynch acted in a movie of that caliber? Is my question. Is that the kid from Disney Channel?
Okay, don't disrespect Ross Lynch like that.
I'm sorry.
First of all,
Austin and Ally, right?
You haven't seen Teen Beach Movie, so
is he from Austin and Ally? Because if so, that's when I fell off with Disney Channel. That's when I stopped.
He
watching.
But he also is in Teen Beach Movie.
I haven't seen that one either. That was a little. That was on my way out.
You've heard the song though.
Which one?
Stop the music.
I guess. Heard it. Yeah. Again, I can't speak to that. I haven't seen Ross Lynch's body of work.
Chat. Let Chris know if he should watch Teen Beach Movie. The answer is yes.
Okay, we'll see. Got to scroll up in the chat here a bit, but thank you guys for the super chats again. It's a way to guarantee we get to your question, comment, concern. It's also a huge way to help support the channel. It would mean a lot. We're almost to somewhere. Okay, we answered this one, so I'm gonna click it just for a frame of reference. We answered that. You excited for Blue Beetle? Hell yeah. But if you're referring to the topic earlier about it bombing, unfortunately, I do think the film won't do well at the box office. I think it will be highly rated by critics and audiences. I think it's going to be a great movie, but I don't think it's going to do well at the box office just because Blue Beetle is hard to sell to some people, I feel. Just like Shazam 2, which had a first film. Shazam 2 bombed. DC's in trouble right now, in my opinion. They are.
When are they not?
Valid. NHCS Racing Network says, keep, burn, or watch Transformers 7, which is Rise of the Beasts, The Flash, or Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Honestly, I will burn the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. That looks awful to me. I'm not a TMNT guy, though. I will then watch Rise of the Beasts, or excuse me, yeah, and I guess I'll keep The Flash sight unseen just because it has Michael Keaton's Batman. That's the only reason why. Yeah, exactly. That's my thought process here. Like, it can't be, and I like Crystal Skull. It's my least favorite, but it's still like a 75 out of 100 type movie to me, like 3.5. I think that it will be just as good, if not better. So I'm not even concerned about this movie.
Don't answer any fun questions. I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle.
Okay. Barbie or Oppenheimer first. Hopefully, and this is, hopefully I have the ability to see both early. That's my thought. What? Cam yelled Barbie. She's filling up her water. But I would say, which one am I seeing first? I'm seeing Oppenheimer first, and then you got the palate cleanser with Barbie. You go in, you get the 3-hour serious drama out of the way, and then you go, hey, let's take a 15-minute, 20-minute, hour break, get some food, and go party and watch Barbie. That's the only way to go about it. That's the only way to go about it. Anyone says otherwise is insane, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about that. Let's see. To answer your question, I am very excited for Oppenheimer. I am. I'm going to rewatch all the Nolan movies this summer and do a ranking. I did the same thing for, was it Dunkirk or Tenet? One of the two. I didn't have a YouTube channel when Dunkirk came out, so it was Tenet. I didn't rewatch them all. I rewatched some of them, but I'll rewatch all of them, including Following, for this one because I want to do a really good ranking of them. Where are we at? Oh, we got Jason Cruz in the house. What's good? Yellow Umbrella. What's good? Ford v Ferrari or Air? Give me Ford v Ferrari right now. I got to watch Air again. And Thomas, I see your comment. I'm going to save that because I think I want to read that with Cam present. But Ford v Ferrari or Air, I got to watch Air again, guys. I was dozing in the theater, and I liked the movie. It was a bad time. It was like 1:50 in the afternoon. I was literally just tired. Like, you know how when you're at school, like late in the afternoon, you get those like weird naps. That is the case with that. So I just kind of got a little dozed. Anyway, Cam, I wanted to read this one here. Thomas has some kind words to say. He says, Chris and Cam are very cool. Like, very cool. Definitely trying to boost your ego. You're both great. So great. Or like if a unicorn crossed with Ray of Heaven. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Hope you're flattered. Well, thank you, Thomas. Thank you. It means a lot. Let's see. Are you nervous or excited about potential John Wick 5? Nervous. They really ended it so well. I was talking to Cam. I won't spoil the movie, but I was like, you can't make another one. You can't make another one. I was like, what? I was kind of fired up about it. So that's how I feel about that. Unless it's a spinoff, but I don't know. I don't want to spoil the movie for those who haven't seen it, but we didn't get full confirmation on the ending, if you know what I'm saying. So kind of danced around it there, but you get it. Last resident with Super Chat. Thank you, man. Or woman. I know you guys have played both Last of Us games and was just curious what your thoughts on The Last of Us Part 2 are and how do you think it should be adapted into a season 2? No spoilers.
Beautiful
no spoilers.
Question.
But go ahead.
I think we should get... So, okay, the way that the game is laid out essentially is that events happen and then we get a whole 3-day thing from Ellie's perspective and then we get a whole 3-day thing with flashbacks from Abby's perspective. I think we need to be getting that at the same time. I think we need to be getting background info on Abby from the get-go instead of after what we see her do, if you know what happens in the game, instead of after what we see her do in the game, because I think that seeing her do that affects a lot of people's opinions of her immediately. And I think that we need to get background on her first and show her flashbacks and stuff before that happens. I
definitely think that the TV show needs to... They said they're breaking season 2 into... Excuse me. The Last of Us Part 2, the game, into multiple seasons of television.
Multiple or just 2?
2 or more. They didn't confirm. At least more than one. Which is warranted. And here's why. I think they need to almost add lore. Like you were just saying on Abby.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would cold open the show. And I'm not going to spoil it. I would cold open the show from Abby's perspective leading up to a certain event. I just got chills. That's obviously later on in the game, but I think in order for the show audience to understand how serious the certain moment I'm referring to is, you need to open with her perspective of that event.
Yeah, I just think that we get a lot of background on Abby with her family and how she grew up and her relationship with her dad. And I think that it's a very, very moving backstory of a character, but for a lot of people, it's really hard to necessarily care about her backstory after we see what she does at the very beginning of The Last of Us 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm somebody where I can appreciate the backstory, but I know a lot of people that are like, I don't care what happened to her. Fuck her.
To put it bluntly, yes.
So it's gonna... I think that if they handle it well, I think there could be a lot of discourse on the internet over the character of Abby, which I already expect. But I just think I hope they handle it well. And also, I also feel like they need to be very careful about how they handle it and try to make people like Abby, just because there's lots of people that really hate Abby and some people are stupid and don't understand the difference between a character and an actor. And I don't want the actress that plays Abby to get hate. I don't want her to get death threats, dude.
It's inevitable just because people are like that, which is weird to me.
So weird.
Really bizarre to me.
Who was the one dude that got death threats? Oh, the guy that played
Jar Jar Binks?
No, but U.S. agent.
Yeah.
He got death
Wyatt
threats.
Russell, he did. So weird. But
relax.
I think that they will honestly make it more accessible to the audience than the game.
I think it'll flow better.
I think they know that
the game was not good.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they'll fix that. I think it'll be way better.
I think it would have been better if the flow of the game was day 1 Ellie, day 1 Abby, day 2 Ellie, day 2 Abby, day 3 Ellie, day 3 Abby, instead of making you play like 9 straight hours of Abby when you don't even know her yet. This is still before you really get background info on her, and you're like, I don't want to play her. This sucks.
Yeah, you really did. So that was a long ass game, guys. That was this year when me and Cam played. I played him, and Cam was in the room with me.
I told him what to do, and then he did
it. She was like the manager almost. But yeah, that was this year. Crazy how time flies. It was really fun. It was very fun. We should do that again with Spider-Man. Or Uncharted, or both. I Tell All says, hi, Chris and Cam. Are you guys excited for the Marvels? And how do you feel about all the episodes of Echo being released on the same day?
I'm very excited for the Marvels. I think them releasing Echo on all of the same day is a really weird thing to do. I understand if they're doing it to try and like test how releasing everything on one day would work.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of crappy that they're doing that with Echo, because it's a show that's, led by a deaf character, and I just think it's like a great advancement in terms of representation, but them releasing it all in one day just seems like a really irritating cop-out in a way. It's like they're not valuing the show as much as they would value another show, and I don't really like that. And so it's just interesting. I don't understand why is my thing. I don't get it.
Well, the pessimistic way of looking at it is they have no faith in the show doing well, so they're going to just drop it all at once.
That's embarrassing.
And that's kind of what I think the case is here. I think they honestly kind of want to brush under the rug. Like, we have this, and we need it to sort of lead into Daredevil Born Again. So we have to release it, but it's not going to be good. That's kind of what I think is going to happen.
The thing is that Marvel has the power to make people care about Echo. They do. If they advertise it right, and if they shared stuff correctly, they have the power to make people care about Echo, but they don't want to give that energy into it. And I don't know why, but it just feels.
And then, yeah, I know what you mean. And then on the other hand, though, you've got that argument I just presented. But on the other hand, what if they realize we don't actually need to drop all of our shows weekly? I have made the argument that the majority of the MCU Disney Plus shows could have dropped all at once to benefit the audience's perception of the story. Like, it did not, like, there's a lot of shows, She-Hulk, even Miss Marvel, which I enjoy, Moon Knight. These did not need to be weekly releases. And I think they realize, like, hey, we're actually losing money here. Let's just, Netflix does binge. Netflix is the most successful streaming service. Let's just hop on the train and do it.
I think it's smart for them to release shows with characters that we already know weekly. So like WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Loki. Those are characters we already know, so we're already invested in them. So if an episode is crappy, like, there's still enough background with us and these characters for us to hold on for the next week and keep watching. But when it's characters that we don't know, like She-Hulk, they could have dropped all those episodes at once. Easily. And they're I think really the only reason they didn't think to is because they knew that Daredevil was going to be in it. We could have dropped like 5 and 4. You know what I mean? Or like 2 every week. It doesn't always have to be 1 a week.
Yeah.
It can be 2 a week, 3 a week. Who cares?
Brady Bear says, dude, I just got back from Fast X. WTF. You're not wrong.
Have you seen it? Is it bad?
It's bad. I think someone actually has a take in here about it. Where is it? Do you agree Fast 9 and Fast X were so ridiculous and over the top? Yeah, they were awful. Horrible movies. David says, hot take, I feel Spider-Man 3 is underrated. What's your opinion? I agree.
We're not watching it right
We have like 30
now.
minutes left.
Here's my thing. I have very, very unpopular, I think, Spider-Man opinions.
You do.
Or at least they were unpopular 3 years ago. I don't know if they're unpopular anymore after No Way Home, but they were unpopular for a while. And for anybody wondering, my favorite Spider-Man is Andrew. And if I'm going to watch a Spider-Man movie, I'm going to watch Andrew's. And that doesn't mean that I don't like Tobey and I don't like Tom. I love both of them. I love all 3 of them. I think if you like the character of Spider-Man, you like all the Spider-Men. And it's hard to really say anything bad about any of them. I hate Mary Jane Watson. Hate with a capital H. Like,
Preach.
I don't think I've ever disliked a fictional character more than I dislike Mary Jane Watson. Granted, I mean, I haven't really,
Specifically, like, all time, or just specifically the Raimi version?
Specifically the Raimi version. Okay. I was about to say, like, I haven't really done, a lot of comic reading that involves Mary Jane Watson, and I like Zendaya's version of her, even though she's, like, really, really not MJ in a way, but regardless. In Tobey's movies, I just hate her. I hate her.
She's very irritating, that's a fact.
I hate her with Peter, and I hate her when she's by herself, and I just can't stand her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of her in Spider-Man 3.
And I can't stand him.
And I can't stand him.
Alan Taylor, thank you.
That was in the deep archives of your brain. Do you even know that you
singing? Yeah, I know.
This is deep archives.
I know. Main Gamer, thank you for clarifying that. It was going to bother me for the rest of the stream. Let's see. Where the hell am I? There I am. Gavin says Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. I'm honestly starting to, and shout out my buddy Noah. You guys should go subscribe to 3 and Out. We have a podcast together over there. I'm starting to warm up more to the Better Call Saul is better train. Call me crazy. I think Better Call Saul might actually be the better written show. And easier to watch, honestly. Easier to rewatch, at least. Do you have a least favorite movie of the year so far? From Nick M. Yep, it's called Megan, and it sucks ass.
That came out this year?
Yeah, January. We just watched it when it came to digital. Yeah. God awful.
Time flies.
God awful. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't at all. Favorite animated movie? Mine is Into the Spider-Verse, but it might change on Friday. It could for all of us, yeah. Mine is The Lion King, 1994 version. Masterful filmmaking, truly. And you?
That's really hard for me. I mean, probably, like, realistically, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
The one I watch the most. Yeah. I'm a big Disney princess person, in case anybody was wondering. Those are, like, my comfort movies. And, you know, I love Pixar as well, so I'm always watching Up and stuff. It's hard to pick a specific anime movie because I feel like you really got to separate the categories of anything Disney related, and then you've got non-Disney, so like DreamWorks, or I guess is Disney DreamWorks? No, it's not.
No.
There's separate. DreamWorks and
Pixar, Disney, Sony, which is Spider-Verse in this case. My buddy Ben says, the Amsterdam ep was fantastic, arguably a top 10 ep of the entire show. I loved it. Raindrops keep falling on my head as Roy Kent learned to ride a bike by Jamie Tartt's teaching. You can't get better than that, guys. Come on. Favorite actor from the show Wednesday, Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Shout out so Gwendolyn Christie, Brienne of Tarth.
Oh, love her.
Yeah.
I loved her talking about the show Wednesday and how she was like really happy that she felt beautiful in a role because normally when she gets a role it's because she's tall, so they don't make her look pretty.
Yeah.
I was like, my queen.
Speaking of Netflix originals, Bryden with a great question here. We won't spoil it, so if you haven't seen You, don't worry. But what do you think of the You season 4 part 2? I'm still on the fence about the twist. Honestly, it's my least favorite season still. I firmly, it is the worst season of the show.
It is
because part 1 is so almost dreadful to sit through at times. They should have ended with the twist.
Mm-hmm. I think that it was decent, but I think it was a necessary season to set up whatever they're going to do in season 5.
To me, honestly, Cam, this is a 1-2 punch type of season. Like, I know you got to make the money and they're in it for that, but like, actually, I take that back. Season 3 could have been the end because we know what happens at the end of season 3. That's all I'll say. I don't know where they're going. I know where they're going, but like it's not necessary at this point. It's not like a show that's built up some lore. It's like, no, Joe just keeps getting out of these wild situations somehow. And he's living even more of a lie, and it's just going to come back to bite him, hopefully, by the end. We'll see. But I agree. I thought Twist was well executed, but it took so long to get there that I didn't care as much as I should have when it happened.
Me personally, I watched 7 seasons of Gossip Girl because of Penn Badgley.
Yeah.
So I'll watch 5 seasons of You.
There you have it. In Stranger Things 4, how do you think the Russians captured part of the Mind Flayer in prison?
Dude, I don't know. My question is, what is the point of the Russians?
We just rewatched the show. They never tell us that, do they?
They literally don't.
Okay.
If I see a single Russian in season 5 of Stranger Things, I'm going to lose my mind. They don't need to be there anymore. They do not.
The one thing that bothers me is we never saw Enzo or Dimitri, or excuse me, that's the same person. Yeah. We never saw Enzo or Yuri after the fact. And like, I know they did the time jump. I would just like to see them. They could have had a 10-second shot of Enzo with his family. 10 seconds.
You know what else they could have done? Showed us what happened to Eddie. But we didn't get that. So
hey, there was the time jump. You never know what could happen, guys. They usually go back when there's a time jump. Remember the season 1 to 2? We saw 11 get out of the Upside Down.
There's time.
Who we see get out of the Upside Down? Hopper after season 3. Well, not the Upside Down, but he lived somehow. Anything's possible. I'm telling you guys, anything is possible. It would probably leak though. Set picks. Joseph Quinn, if he were to be in it.
We would see him.
Alex says, what are your thoughts on Barry? Fuchs and Barry are phenomenal characters. They really are, yes. Show ends tomorrow, guys. Show ends tomorrow.
I've only ever seen one episode of Barry because because Chris watched it in front of me, and
it
was the worst episode of a TV show I've ever watched in my entire life.
The odds of her being in the room for the one episode of the show that's like the weakest probably is insane to me. It's literally it was the black sheep episode.
They were in like the desert.
It was literally after a time jump. That's all I'm going to say in this season. So she first of all was so confused. I was just watching it here, and like
I was like, this guy's supposed to be a psychopath. He looks fine to me.
I'll just never watch the show now. Probably that's okay.
That's not true.
Okay. What are your favorite Indiana Jones films? Got to go Raiders. Raiders and Last Crusade are the top two. Easy. Right, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of repeat questions here again, so if we skip over them, it's because we've already answered them. So I'm kind of scrolling here to get a bit ahead. You watching Game 6 tonight? I'm not, but I'll check the score on my phone. If the Heat blow a 3-0 lead, that's insane. Favorite games of all time from Richard? Video games.
I really love Hogwarts Legacy. I do. It's true. I love playing Prop Hunt on Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
I would say Spider-Man PS4, guys. That game is incredible. I 100%ed that game in 2018 when it came out. It's so much fun. And then I genuinely got rid of my PS4 because I got an Xbox at the time. And so I just never played it again. But I have the PS5 now. I will be replaying that on a stream.
The Last of Us, I think, is
it's up there.
Damn near perfect.
It's perfect game. And then I would say the entirety of Uncharted. You would love those games if I played them in front of you. Yeah.
If you played them for me.
The Uncharted games are so awesome. They're not like the movie. The movie's not bad.
I get motion sick very easily. And that's unfortunate because I really like playing video games and like doing stuff on my computer. But especially if a game is in first person, I can get motion sick really, really easily. So I really like when Chris will play the video game and just let me tell him what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the one doing the controls.
This is valid.
So I can sit like further away and not get as motion sick.
Valid. Thomas, you make a good point, and so does Ben. Krasinski might not have wanted the long-term role.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Carson said, I want Joe Keery, Human Torch. I'd be down for it.
I want Joe Keery.
I want Joe Keery in the MCU. Yeah, I want him too. You're not alone. We've already talked about Indiana Jones for those that continue to ask. Hot take, Toby is the worst Spider-Man out of the three. Is that a hot take?
I think it's so funny. I always find discourse on Spider-Man / Peter Parker to be such a funny conversation because it really is all based on preference because it's opinion, but also it's based on what you prefer and favor most in your Spider-Man and in your Peter Parker, because someone can be like, Toby's the best Spider-Man because of reasons why you like Spider-Man, but then I can be like, I think Andrew's Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man because of his quips and his swinging, and it's like if Spider-Man being like super super quippy like isn't the most important thing to you, then maybe you think Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man. And it's always just really funny when people are like, you're wrong. I'm like, no, it all just depends on what you like. Like, I think Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker is great.
Me
a lot
too.
of people don't because they're like, he's too cool to be Peter Parker. Yeah. And I'm like, see, I don't know why we think skateboarding is considered cool because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
I will say, I've kind of come to the conclusion here. Toby has the best movies. I don't even think that's up for debate. That's just me. It can be debated, but like to me, objectively, Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, everyone has their misses. Like every Spider-Man has a movie that's kind of a miss, right?
Yeah.
TASM 2 universally, Far From Home universally. For the most part, I like both those movies, by the way. And then Spider-Man 3. Mm-hmm. So then we just compare the others. Spider-Man 1 and 2 you can't beat to me. It's the trilogy. It's the most comic booky, and Sam Raimi's like directorial flair gets to stand out the most. Like I love the movies because it's like we're going into this comic book New York world.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking, then you get down to it, it's like there's no denying or arguing, frankly, that Tom is the youngest and looks the most like a high schooler.
Yeah.
And then you've got Andrew, who's just great at Spider-Man, you know? Like he's great at Spider-Man.
He's just so precious.
So yeah, it's tough. Do you think Sharon Carter will come back?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Isn't she like listed on IMDb to be in Secret Invasion, or am I making that up?
I have no idea. I don't check IMDb.
Well, I thought she was, so I don't know. If not, yeah, she's coming back. They had her have that phone call at the end of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. So she'll be back, baby, just like the Terminator. All right, we're scrolling here looking for some questions. Sam, how the hell are you doing? Welcome in. Oh, I was so confused. You're right. Austin Lynch did play Dahmer. He did, but then Evan Peters played Dahmer, and it was like more universally discussed. So that is correct, actually. Rocky or Apollo?
Did you just call him Austin Lynch?
What's his name? Ross Lynch?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Sorry, I was.
You were thinking Austin and Allie.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Sorry.
I was like, I was sitting here. I was like, if you ever watch the playback for that, my face is trying to figure out who the hell Austin Lynch is.
The blonde guy with the long hair from Disney Channel.
No, you're valid. You were thinking of Austin and Allie,
Yeah.
so you just it's a valid thought process. But I was so confused because I didn't know he played Dahmer.
Rocky or Apollo? Look, I might actually have to say Apollo here. Like Rocky is an all-timer, but Apollo, wow, he's a great character. In terms of Rocky 3, God almighty, he's a great character. There is no tomorrow. That quote alone kind of speaks for itself. What are your thoughts on Perks of Being a Wallflower? Great movie, right?
Very good movie.
Yeah, great movie. I've seen it once. I haven't watched it again. It's the type of movie that I don't know if I can watch again. It's really emotionally heavy at the end.
Is Ezra Miller in that movie?
Ezra Miller's in that movie.
It's the only movie I can watch with Ezra Miller in it.
Yep. Ezra Miller technically in your favorite movies of all time, though. Fantastic.
Okay,
Beasts.
Relax.
Just messing with you.
I love all things Harry Potter except for the author of the books.
Okay.
However, Ezra Miller is the absolute worst part of those movies.
Valid.
Anytime he's on screen, skip it. I just want to see Newt Scamander.
Did you hear about the new Clayface movie from Mike Flanagan set in the Batman universe? I heard Clayface is coming. I didn't know that was actually real, actually. I remember seeing a report, Clayface and Batman 2. I could be misremembering. Clayface is a villain. I remember Clayface from the Lego Batman games, Cam. It's a real Batman villain, for real. Cool. I'm down if they can make it not too campy. Hello there to you. General Kenobi, I guess, would be the proper response, but I just like to say, hello there.
I stopped saying General Kenobi back.
Yeah, I also did.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah, me too. I always just say hello there back. Guardians 3 or John Wick 4, they're my top 2 movies of the year. I'm going Guardians 3. Let's see. We're going to scroll on a little bit here, get to some questions. Last episode of Barry's on Sunday night. So it's Saturday night right now, so it comes out Sunday night, which would be the 28th of May.
Unless you live in Europe.
Not even. Yeah, I guess. What is your most anticipated movie that hasn't come out this year, Cam?
Me?
Specifically you, yeah.
What movies are coming out this year? I forgot already.
The Marvels. Dune Part 2.
Marvel. I mean, I'm heavily anticipating Across the Spider-Verse, obviously.
There you have it. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
All right. Running Up That Hill or Master of Puppets?
Like, which one would I rather listen to? Or which one was a better scene? Or
Running Up That Hill to me has the remix, and that's kind of like why I have to go with that. I listen to that more than like anything lately.
I want an unedited cut of Eddie playing the guitar Master of Puppets. I love Max, but it kept cutting back to her, and I was like,
yeah,
go back.
Fair. Sorry, guys. Looking through the chat here, trying to find a question. We summoned Megan. Yikes. Is Barry worth watching 100%? Yeah, definitely. The first episode's, one of the best like opening eps I've seen to a show. The way you will be hooked by the end. I should show you that episode at some point because you would like it. I promise you would like it. Barry is a must watch. You're right about that, my friend. Sorry, 1 second.
My dad texted us.
Interesting.
Yummy.
Let's see. What has a better finale? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings?
I don't think I can answer that question. I think they're both maybe the best finales in any.
Do you want me to make it easy for you? Lord of the Rings.
Fandom ever. What?
Yeah. Wow. Now I love them both, but I wasn't saying which one's better, which movie franchise do I want to watch more. The better finale is Lord of the Rings, and I'll tell you why. It brought me to tears.
Well, here's my rebuttal for that. I think it's far more impressive to successfully and very well wrap up 7 movies than just 3.
Okay.
It's way harder to do that.
Or
8. How many Harry Potter movies are there? 7?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah, I'll say this. I love the conclusion of the Deathly Hallows Part 2. But I want to say this, and I don't even think I'm wrong here. The Voldemort versus Harry fight, rather underwhelming.
Well, I mean, yeah,
No.
everything with wands is
rather underwhelming.
No, I'm going to be
give me
everything with wands.
Give me for Frodo over that any day of the week. And then everything that would follow, it's just so beautiful. I have to say that it's better executed. I think that they both mean a lot to me, but Return of the King versus Hollis Part 2.
I remember
Return of the King.
Can I spoil Return of the King?
Yeah, please do.
I remember watching that for the first time. Obviously, that was this year. And I remember we all get back to the Shire, and I remember saying, wow, I'm so glad we made it back with all the hobbits alive. Because the whole franchise, I was so worried about one of them dying. And I was like, wow, I'm so glad they're all alive and back in the Shire and happy. 5 minutes later, bye, Frodo. Just fucked up. Those are my Hobbit pops in the background.
They're signed, baby.
My prized possession. I miss Billy Boyd so much.
He was so awesome.
He's literally father.
Yep, he really was. But yeah, moving on to the next question. You guys are in here. As always, be sure to hit that like button. Helps out more than you know. There's 40 people in here. Let's get 40 likes at least. If you're here on the replay, also hit that like button and drop some questions in the comments. And super chat is the way to go to guarantee we get your question, your comments, your concerns. It's just the way to go. And it means a lot more than you guys know. Anything goes a long way. Ryan Smith, as Cam just clicked on, Dylan Sprouse is Human Torch.
That is the most nightmare fan cast.
Nightmare fuel.
I've ever seen him. The only thing worse than Dylan Sprouse's Human Torch would be Cole Sprouse's Human Torch.
Oh, God. That's a nightmare. Oh, no. Dylan O'Brien is Human Torch. I'm not opposed to it. He might be a little too old now, depending on the route they go. But
he would be a good Human Torch if Mr. Fantastic is older.
Okay.
Like they can't have Mr. Fantastic be young.
Okay. Big Chiller says, keep watching burn. Mission Impossible, James Bond, John Wick. I got you because you haven't seen him.
I haven't seen a single one of these.
I'm going to keep the...
Wait, can I guess?
Please do.
Keep John Wick?
No.
Fuck. Keep Mission Impossible?
Yes.
Watch John Wick.
Yes.
Burn James Bond.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of the two.
Yeah. And I know that's insane to say, but like, look, Bond has the most roller coaster. Like, if we're talking specifically Craig, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, a Spectre, and then like No Time to Die is in the middle of those. So that's why. Like John Wick, boom, 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 almost, right? It's more like a boom, 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 boom type deal. But Mission Impossible, I can't wait for the new one.
Eric retitled his
I saw.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Did you see what he retitled?
What did he retitle it?
He retitled it to the Mission Impossible movies fell off.
That's funny. Okay, let's see. Starcourt says, do you think James Gunn succeeded making Guardians trilogy feel like Star Wars while not copying it? I think he did. Trilogy becomes more special to me by the day. It's a very special trilogy, man. I know you saw the third one a third time recently. I would love to see it a third time in theaters. I saw James Gunn tweet. He was like, I wanted to make a movie that made people feel the way I felt when I first watched Star Wars on the big screen without copying Star Wars. And I think he succeeded at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say, yeah. He'd made like a modern Star Wars type trilogy, vastly different still, but it has like the space adventure feel of the OG trilogy. So yeah, I would say he succeeded for sure. And I can't wait to see what he does in DC. He's already made a great DC movie and show. So.
On Dylan Miller's thingamajigger, his little comment about skateboarding. I want to elaborate on my point.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not saying that if you skateboard, you're not cool. I'm sure you're very cool. I'm saying in the context of TASM, in the context of Peter Parker, he doesn't skateboard because he's trying to be like a cool skateboard bro type thing. Not like Robbie Keane, how he skateboards in Cobra Kai. He literally skateboards as like a mode of transportation. He can't even afford a bike, probably. That's what it is. And it's like, people are like, he skateboards, he's too cool. And I'm like, that's just not true. Skateboarding doesn't automatically make you cool. You can skateboard and be cool, but just because you can skateboard doesn't mean you are cool.
Valid. Main Gamer says, will you Twitch stream Miles Morales and the first one before? Yes, I will. No matter what it takes, I will get my Twitch stream up and running.
Just buy the parts and I'll help you build your PC.
But I am so hesitant about even you. I guess that would work, yeah.
It literally will work.
Okay. But I want to play it from the PS5, right? Or no?
Then you get your capture card.
Would it still be? I hope it'd be able to handle that. I just don't want to deal with that again. It literally will. It was hellish last time when it didn't work.
That's because you were working off of a 5-year-old MacBook.
This is true. You're right. We'll see what happens, people. Hillary Duff is Sue Storm. In an alternate reality, maybe. Yeah. This is the weirdest comparison
In the context
of
of
all time.
what?
Keanu, I guess, if we're talking like who I like more, I like Keanu more.
That's so funny.
Wes Anderson or Paul Thomas Anderson? I get asked this a lot. Give me PTA. He's got Boogie Nights, which is an all-timer from the 90s. I got Magnolia. I got even Hard Eight's good. I Punch Drunk Love. I'll go him. Wes Anderson's makes fine movies from what I've seen, though. Good. Grand Budapest would probably be my favorite. If you could pick one Guardian member for a day, who would you pick?
If you could be one.
If you could be one Guardian member for the day, who would you pick? Star-Lord. I don't want to be a traumatized raccoon or Drax or Nebula.
Maybe Mantis. Just
Okay.
cool powers.
Yeah. I'd say Star-Lord.
This is what I would do if I was Mantis.
Yeah.
Relax.
Or sleep.
Calm.
Sleep.
Not busy.
Where are we at in this chat? Let's see. Favorite R-rated superhero movie?
Deadpool.
Deadpool's a great one.
I don't know any other R-rated superhero movies.
The Suicide Squad's rated R.
Deadpool.
Deadpool or Logan. Flip a coin.
Deadpool.
Logan's great. Great film. Top 3 characters in The Boys. Let's be honest, Homelander's the best character in that show. I don't think that's up. Like, he is the most interesting, best written character in the show.
Starlight.
Homelander, Starlight, and probably Butcher for me. Those would be mine, at least. I don't know.
Honestly, The Deep.
The meme of The Deep where he like turns around and is playing
I just love Chase
Guns N'
Crawford.
Roses. That is the funniest damn thing.
I love Chase Crawford so much. I think he's great.
Oh man. Which death scene is sadder? Eddie's or Rocket's near death scene? Sorry guys, Eddie is not coming back unless it's a flashback scene. I think you're probably right about that, Ryan.
No, first of all, you're wrong. Don't speak if you're gonna say things that are wrong.
Okay.
Second of all, Eddie's death. He's actually dead.
You're probably not wrong.
And
Dustin's reaction.
Dustin, yeah, it's
yeah.
So sad.
You're right, because he's
Rocket.
actually gone. We don't fully lose Rocket. The saddest scene with Rocket is actually it's a little before he even fake dies. It's like you could argue when he sees his companions go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah. Fair enough. We have a super chat from Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Dungeons & Dragons is my favorite movie of the year. Well, hell yeah.
He said earlier that he thinks Dungeons & Dragons is a better fantasy game than Fellowship of the Ring. He said that in a hot take.
Movie or game?
No, he said that's a better fantasy movie.
Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. Very hot take, I would say. Yeah. I don't know if I can agree with it. Well, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't confirm or deny.
I haven't seen the movie, and I can probably tell you that that's a wrong statement.
I do like Chris Pine, however, and I am excited to watch. It's on Paramount Plus. We have really no excuse. I'll find the time to, not the time, more so the will to watch it one day, because we're doing a Spider-Man rewatch right now. We got other things we're doing rewatches of, so I'll watch it eventually. Thank you for the super chat and the opinion. Keep watch Burn, The Batman, Stranger Things, or Top Gun Maverick. Keep Stranger Things for both of us. At the end of the day, it's then my 1 and 2. My 1 last year was Top Gun Maverick. My 2 is The Batman. So I guess I have to watch Top Gun Maverick and Burn the Batman.
Watch Top Gun Maverick and Burn the Batman just because I can still watch Twilight. So I'll be okay.
I guess I have a Dark Knight trilogy, but that's a good second. Do you think High Evolutionary was better villain than Kang?
We talked about this a little bit on our podcast. I don't know if he was necessary. It's hard to say because, like, High Evolutionary was a one and done deal in terms of a villain. So he had his whole villain arc and villain story thing happen all within one movie. The thing with Kang is that he's nowhere near done with his villain story. Regardless of where they go with it, with whatever happens with the actor, doesn't matter. Like, his final end goal as a villain hasn't happened yet. So it's hard to say, like, we don't even know. So a lot of people, after Guardians 3 came out, they're like, High Evolutionary is way better than Kang. I'm like, Kang's not done yet. So it's like comparing a completed TV show to an uncompleted TV show. It's like, we're not done yet. So you can't really compare them yet, in my opinion.
Very strange to compare the two. I agree. I will say, in terms of who would I be more afraid of? I'd be more afraid of Kang because he
has powers.
But also he technically lost, and people's main point of argument is he got destroyed by ants or whatever. But my thing is he walks into a room and it's like, okay, I'm afraid. High Evolutionary walks into a room and it's like Star-Lord and Groot are like, I want to kick your ass,
I would be scared of the High Evolutionary if I was an animal.
Yeah, exactly. Very well
he
said.
Doesn't really.
Yeah.
I mean,
he gets destroyed by the Guardians at the end of the movie.
From what we saw, he doesn't really do anything to humans. So.
Yeah, I mean, he is a menacing villain, and his presence is felt. But Kang's the Thanos level villain that Marvel, they set him up that way, and I really felt that.
High Evolutionary had some cold lines, like
the
whole "there is no God, that's why I stepped in." Slayed, absolutely slayed. Oof. I think the actor slayed. He was great.
Yeah,
he was giving very theatrical, and
he
was great. He ate. I loved him a lot.
He ate, for sure. All right, where was I? Let's see. I think there's some good ones I missed here. Are you more excited for Wonka or the creator? Wonka.
What even is the creator?
It's a Gareth Edwards film. Wonka.
I don't know who that is. Wonka.
Yeah. We were talking about that in the car the other day. I brought it up. I was like, people aren't talking about it right now, but Wonka is going to be a banger. Mm-hmm. Timothée Chalamet, that music, the movie's going to take over TikTok and social media in the world. I can't wait for Wonka. I'm excited. Go for it. From Sydney. Are y'all excited to see any specific Spider-Man variant across the Spider-Verse?
Oh, you want me to take it?
Please.
Okay, I have 2 answers for this. I'm excited to see Spider-Punk, voiced by Daniel Kaluuya, right?
He's in the movie?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's true. Spider-Punk is voiced by him. He's been doing press for it.
Oh, dope.
And I'm also excited for a hypothetical variant. Not sure if it's real or what. I just have a working theory that we're going to see Peter Parker from Earth 21205. And if that's the case, that's the Peter Parker that we see in Gwen's arms. Because it happens in the comics. Mm-hmm. And I would be very sad. That would be a very sad scene to see. As a Gwen fan, I would be excited to see it, but it would be sad. It would be really, really, really sad.
Do you have
an answer?
I know we're gonna see this. I just have a confidence. I'm ready to see Toby and Andrew and Tom again. Yeah, they're gonna be in it. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Thoughts on The Sound of Music? The hills are alive with the sound of music. It's one of those undisputed great musical movies.
I like how we both went to sing it immediately. Yeah. We didn't even know the other person was going to do that. That was great. Let us know what you guys thought of that.
Great film.
I love Julie Andrews more than life.
You are 16 going on 17,
so
baby.
Good.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Love it. Love it.
A deer, a female deer.
You lost it.
I couldn't do it with you.
Oh, man. You killed it. No, I'm playing. Deadpool 3, arguably the most anticipated film of all time. I mean, I did see that Wolverine's going to have a huge role. They said it's damn near more of a Wolverine movie. Give me Wolvie and Deadpool back and forth with a R rating, which they already confirmed.
Don't be alarmed. There's just a thread, and I'm cutting it.
Okay, cool.
I was the same.
On stream, it looks like you're trying to kill me.
I said the minute
if you didn't say anything, they would have witnessed a murder. And put the scissors down. You're going to kill somebody.
The minute I went to reach for the scissors, I was like, he's going to think I'm trying to murder him.
Christ.
He's going to think an intrusive thought is winning.
Mm-hmm. Right in the jugular. I don't even know. Okay. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm excited for Deadpool 3. I think it's going to be incredible, fantastic. Sean Levy, I believe, directing it. Keep Watch Burn from Robert. And then we got a super chat. Die Hard T2, The Matrix. I'll keep Die Hard. I'll watch The Matrix. I'll burn T2.
Wait, before you click on that, click on hers. Yes, there will be a podcast. We'll probably film it tomorrow. Even though I have head cold right now and I'm sick, we're still going to film it just so we can get one out because Chris has been away in California for the past 2 podcast weeks. We're not sure what it will be about, but you can look forward to it, and you never have to apologize for asking a question.
Thomas with the super chat. Thank you again, Thomas. The creator trailer is the best this year. React, maybe. I watched it. I didn't react to it. I watched it before filming a video, so it wouldn't be a reaction if I posted it now because I didn't film one to it. But no, I enjoyed the trailer. I do fear it was a little on the mediocre side. I wasn't blown away by it, and I fear that will be the case with the general audiences. I know that it apparently has great early reviews, but I don't know if people are going to flock out to the theater to see this one. So who's to say?
Me in 2 weeks. We can't see who it is, but it's trying to fox.
Oh, man. That is true. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. Very exciting. We lost her. We lost her. Is that Charlie Cox on your phone right now? Who's that?
No, it's Instagram.
Oh, okay. Do you think Across the Spider-Verse will be better than Guardians 3? I hate comparing them already. That's what I say to that. I don't know.
It's also, I think, it's very hard to compare because there's so much more you can do with animation that you can't really do in live action.
Yeah.
And then there's also certain things that live action, like IRL human people can give to a movie that animated things just can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to compare.
Mm-hmm.
I also think they're going to be very different movies. Because one's a conclusion and one's one that's like a part one of something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to compare.
Fair, Cam, fair. I saw one here I wanted to answer. Oh, Frozen Thing Studio says my favorite movie is Scream 6. I love that movie. Not even a hot take to me. It's a great movie. Yeah, great film.
I have a really bad concept of time.
Where the hell was I? Besides Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things, who do you want to meet most, Cam? You can't say the other person there. It's cheat.
Joe Keery.
Okay.
Wait, who do you think I was going to say?
I was going to say you can't say Grace because we're meeting both of them.
Oh,
so you have to say someone we're not meeting.
Joe Keery. Sadie Sink.
Okay.
Maya Hawke.
I would say
Joseph.
Joe Keery.
Mm-hmm.
DJO. Joe. That's how you spell it. And then I would say David Harbour.
Uh-huh.
That's 2. I would say Gaten Matarazzo.
He's so funny.
And I would love to
I don't know if I could meet Gaten. I'd just laugh the whole time I
Would you like to meet Schnapp?
Yeah. Noah Schnapp was hanging out with Charlie D'Amelio
I saw that,
night.
yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
That would be cool. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. What are your thoughts on... No, I already answered that one. Are you excited for Killers of the Flower Moon? I am. It's Leo and De Niro and Plemons and Fraser working with a legend in Scorsese. Of course, I'm excited. I think it'll be great. We'll take a few more questions here. So if you guys want to guarantee we get to them, Super Chat is the way to go. It's a way to help support the channel. Hit the like button if you guys are in here or on the replay, and we'll answer probably 5 to 10 more and call it a day. Mm-hmm. So yeah, keep them coming. Where the hell was I? What about the in-production trailer for The Penguin? I'm excited for that show. I think that it's going to be just as dark tonally as the Batman series, and it's going to give us a little bit of a taste of the Batman Part 2. I'm
heard
down.
The Batman was in it.
I think he will be. Yeah, I'm ready.
As he should. King.
Why are you guys not meeting Joe Keery? Because we didn't go to Germany.
Yeah, because Joe Keery.
Last time he was at a con was Germany. And
we're not meeting Joe Keery because Joe Keery won't come to us.
Yeah, there you have it. If he comes in the continental 48 United States, I will go. I don't care where it is. I will go.
You wouldn't go to Alaska for Joe Keery?
No.
Why not?
He wouldn't go to Alaska, first of all, but I wouldn't go.
You don't know that. He's weird.
What is there in Alaska?
Moose.
The movie Insomnia? I mean,
is the plural of moose meese?
It might just be moose.
Mooses?
Mooses? I don't know. Meese. That's an interesting question. I've never thought about that, actually. Meese and geese, yeah. Huh. Bizarre to think about that, actually. Dylan says, Cam, I met Maya Hawke last year. She's so down to earth. She's super nice. She seems chill.
I've seen videos of her meeting people, and she gives them hugs, and when she hugs them, she'll hug them like she'll put the hand like around their head and give little back rubs, and I just feel like getting a hug from her would be so nice.
That's sweet.
What am I gonna do if I get what am I gonna do if I get a hug from Joseph Quinn?
I don't know. You have to answer.
I think I'm gonna ask to hug in our photo, so our photo will be like this.
Okay.
Like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
What should our pose be with Charlie Cox and John Bernthal? I think you and John Bernthal should do a heart, and me and Charlie Cox can do a heart.
Okay.
I think that would be funny.
That would be pretty funny, actually. Let's see. This may be a hot take, but I can't stand the Batman. That is a very hot take. It's a great film. I know my buddy Starcourt agrees with you, though. I don't know if he can't stand it. He just doesn't care for it as much. But
why?
I love that movie, guys. Love it.
I have been a Robert Pattinson defender since I came out of the womb, before I even knew him. It's true.
There you have it. 3 amazing actors, but you have to keep watch or burn. Their films. Morgan Freeman, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson. I have to keep Samuel L. Jackson because the MCU and Star Wars and Incredibles. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Pulp Fiction and some other stuff. Tarantino.
Morgan Freeman in?
Shawshank. I'm honestly going to watch Denzel and burn Morgan Freeman.
What's Denzel in?
Remember the Titans. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Oh, okay,
but he's also in a great load of other films as well. But that's all I need. And then Shawshank is great, and he's in a few other, but he's not in as much as you'd think. So that's my answer right there. Pretty
all
easy.
Legends.
Pretty easy. All legends for sure. Will be Hugh Jackman's last time, 100%. Connor, I think it'll be his last time as as Wolverine.
Deserves. I think he has fun playing Wolverine, but he deserves to be in fruity little theater shows. He does. Yeah. It's what he deserves, and it's what he belongs in. He deserves to be a showman.
He is a showman at heart. Ryan says, you going to meet the cast of The Office? Just depends. We might meet Rainn Wilson, might not. Depends on the time.
Got a busy weekend. Yeah. Depends on how much they cost.
Alex says, Jamie Kimmel Bauer is super nice. One of the nicest. He loves giving people hugs. Well, I'd love to meet him and give him a hug. Well. Yeah. I love his work in Twilight. And I meant to say Sweeney Todd, but he's also in Twilight.
I feel you, Joanna. Nice.
Yeah. Favorite. What is the worst episode from each Stranger Things season?
Season 2, episode 7.
Yep. I think season 4, I might have to go.
The one that's all about 11 again.
The Needham Project?
Yeah.
It might be, honestly. I don't know. It's weird pinpointing worst because, I don't know. It's bizarre. There's one in season 1 that's a little weird, and then you can go back to Return of Hawkins for that answer. In season 3, they're all really good, I think. So
actually, let's think for a second. What would be the worst episode in season 3?
Damn near the first or second.
I dump your ass.
It might be the first or second episode because it gets going after that.
No.
Yeah. Who knows? It's not that big of a deal. It's not the final.
The second episode is the scene with Hopper and Mike, where he's like,
"Yeah,
it's your grandma."
Yeah, you're right.
She called. Your grandma had an accident.
I don't know. There you have it.
Funny.
It's none of them actually.
I think Mike's just sitting there with
seasons 1, 3, and 4 have no bad episodes, and then there's the one outlier in season 2. Quentin Tarantino's last film. I'm very, very excited for that. I haven't seen Train to Busan. I've heard great things. Do you think 8 will ever come back? And I hope not. I don't think she will.
No.
They've moved on. She would have come back in season 4.
That episode was so bad.
Yeah, she would have come back in season 4, in my opinion, if she was going to come back at all. Is Daredevil Born Again a reboot? Because I haven't watched the Netflix version.
It's unclear. I think it's a soft reboot where it's like the Netflix show is canon, but not fully. It's hard to say. I don't think we'll fully know until we watch it.
Who's to say?
You should watch the Netflix version though. If you find the time, I think it's the best superhero TV show.
We're gonna rewatch it soon because it's an incredible show. But I believe that will do it for this live stream here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're here on the replay, welcome. Hit that like button. If you guys are in here live right now, hit that like button. Drop some questions for us in the comments. We'll try and get to some of them. But follow Kay on all our social medias. I don't know if they're linked down below, but they're somewhere on my page. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. We're going to a con in 2 weeks, Fan Expo Dallas. If you guys are going to be there, come say hello. June 9th, 10th, 11th. Love to say hi and meet you. And that's pretty much all she wrote. If you guys send a super chat, any of that stuff really does mean a lot. So thank you. And we will see you guys in the next piece of content. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.